You're not going to believe this, but Yahoo has introduced a new way to enhance the iOS experience. No, I'm serious. Hello everyone, this is Tim Brown. Welcome to my Apple Podcast. For this episode, I'm very excited to introduce Yahoo Axis. Yahoo Axis is a great search feature that's featured in the form of an app for your iPhone and iPad, as well as for your desktop in the form of a plugin. This is what the homepage actually looks like, and the plugin appears in the bottom left corner. In the bottom left corner of my browser, this is Firefox, you can see a search field, as well as a star for saving your favorites, and a home button that enables you to return to this original screen. So let's check out some of the features. Let's go ahead and click in the search field. You'll notice right away you see all of the trending topics. And to the right are thumbnails that are generated for all the articles or web pages that are addressing that topic. And you can continue on down the line exploring all the topics that are available under the trending category. Now you can also edit your own choices by going to the far right and clicking on the ribbon. When you click on the ribbon, you can see Read It Later, My Favorites, as well as other folders or categories that you can add independently. In this case, I just added one so far for Apple News. Now here you can go and just click the pencil icon and then edit any pages that you want to remove. As you can see, there's a little X that appears in the top right hand corner. You can just select the X to delete them. Deselect the pencil tool and close out to return to trending topics. You can click anywhere on the top bar to return to the main page. So let's see what it looks like on the iPad and iPhone. Okay, and this is what it looks like on the iPad. And what you notice right away is that the user interface is almost identical to the desktop. And that's what makes Yahoo Axis so wonderful, is that the UI is amazing in terms of how you're able to transfer from one device to the next in this relatively seamless experience. So once again, you have the tile view where you can view your articles that you want to read later, your favorites, as well as the information regarding other devices in which you can download the application. Also on the iPad, you can access trending topics by taking your finger and grabbing the top bar and bringing it down. And there you see that all the trending topics are revealed. And once again, everything is laid out in tile view. And just select the page that you want to access that's related to that topic. Also, you have the option to select images instead of text. And you can view the articles that way as well. So let's go ahead and visit one of the web pages. Okay, so here's a page on Brian Banks, who seems to be trending right now. And let's say I was interested in saving this article. I can select the star and then decide where I want to save it. In this case, it'll be Read It Later. I can hit the return button. I have the option to share it by emailing it, pinning it, or tweeting it, or then going back to the home page. And as you can see, as I return to the home page, the baseball article now appears under Read It Later. And that's how it looks on the iPad. Okay, I mentioned the seamlessness of the UI. And as you can see, when you have it on the iPhone in horizontal format, it mirrors the same interface as the desktop version and the iPad version. There's one thing you need to keep in mind though, because the screen is smaller, if you want to scroll up and down, you cannot grab the thumbnails to do so. You have to remember to grab them by the header. That's how you access your favorites and articles you want to read later. And you can grab the type header bar to see trending topics. Now you'll notice in the iPhone view, when you go to trending topics, you all of a sudden lose the menu bar at the bottom. You can still scroll from left to right, but you can't bring up the menu bar. So that's when you take advantage of the ability to go back from vertical to horizontal formats. When you go back to the vertical format, then all of a sudden the menu will appear along the bottom. And that way you can get back to the home page and access all of the other controls. So that's the difference on the iPhone version. You can do everything that you would do on the iPad or a desktop version, but the format changes when you go from horizontal to vertical. And so likewise, on the iPhone, if you click the ribbon on the top right, you have access to all of your articles that you want to read later. You can then edit them by clicking on the pencil tool and then selecting the articles that you want to delete. You select the article, click the trash can, and the article is deleted. Hit the ribbon on the top left and return to the main page. Likewise, if you wanted to go to a web page, in this case, I'm going to go to www.thenation.com. And I'm going to go ahead and save this web page as a favorite. And you very simply do that by hitting the star at the top. You then are prompted to select the area where you want the page to be saved. In this case, I want it to be a favorite. Select favorite, hit the return key, go back to the home page, select the drop down menu where I now have Apple News, go to my favorites, click done, and now The Nation is one of my favorites. And that's the interface on the iPhone. So as you can see, Yahoo has come up with a brilliant concept for accessing news and searching, as well as saving articles. In many ways, what it has done is combined the search features of Google and Bing, but added some of the social networking features that are built into Instapaper and Pocket, as well as mirrored or echoed the UI that you find in some of the news readers like Flipboard and Pulse. Thanks again for tuning in for another episode of My Apple Podcast. My name is Tim Brown. I'll see you next time.